Everybody please come in nice and tight. Come in right up front. Everyone come right in. All right, good afternoon everybody. My name is Dave Whitman and I'm the proud principal of River Plaza Elementary School. Thank you everybody so much for coming to our monument dedication for our 100th year. And to kick things off, I'd like to introduce Pack 32, who is going to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Pack 32. All right, River Plaza families, thank you everyone for being here today to celebrate 100 years of learning at River Plaza. I want to thank all of our students, staff, and families who are joining us this afternoon. I would like to thank members of our PFA, our Board of Education, our district office, Mayor Perry, Commissioner Arnone, Assemblyman Scharfenberger, Assemblywoman Flynn, and Congressman Smith for their contributions today. I also want to welcome Dr. Lenardowitz, who's joining us today. Dr. Lenardowitz was the former principal of River Plaza. And tomorrow, Dr. Lenardowitz and I are going to collectively together open up a time capsule for the students that she and the school buried at the 75th anniversary. So thank you so much for coming today. So everyone, in your program today, you're going to see that there's a brief history of River Plaza School, which was written for us by the Middletown Township Historical Society. At 2:30 p.m. on December 9th, 1922, the new school at River Plaza was officially dedicated. After speeches, a flag presentation ceremony, the public was invited to inspect the new building. It contained 2 classrooms, a recreation room in the basement, and it cost $35,000 to build. Let's think about that for a moment. Exactly 100 years ago, tomorrow, a group of people stood where we're standing right now and had a similar event to the one that we're having right now. River Plaza is now proud to be the oldest active school in Middletown. Today, at River Plaza, we refer to our school community as a family. Today, I want to talk about choices. What makes our school special is the choice everyone in our community makes to treat one another as a family. This includes students, staff, and families all partnering and working together to make our school the best possible learning environment for all students. This is a choice that all of us who are gathered here today are asked to make each day. Today, for our school's 100th birthday, it's a perfect time to rededicate our choice to be a school family. We are a school family who chooses to put the needs of the students before our own. We are a school family who chooses to treat one another with respect and empathy. We are a school family who chooses to model and build a love of learning for our students. And we choose to be a school family that supports and protects all students in having an opportunity to learn, regardless of any differences or special needs. Our family makes the choice every day to make sure that students feel like they are at home when they are inside these walls. Now, on to the fun part. I'd like to ask if there's any students who are here today to please join me up here. Around our monument. Is everybody ready for the fun part? Yeah. So I want to thank our River Plaza PFA for dedicating a monument to commemorate our 100th year at River Plaza. Is everybody ready to see the monument? Yes! Students, please unveil our monument. Whoa! Oh. All right guys, take a step back. Great job everybody.
I saw it yesterday.
I can't think of a better monument to better represent our school and our theme of family. So, thank you so much. All right, students, you guys can head back. All right, and for our next speaker, I'd like to ask Mayor Perry, if you could please join us up front. Thank you. Please welcome Mayor Perry.
What a day for River Plaza. Yeah. All right. Well, first of all, I want to thank so many volunteers, but two groups of people I want to thank. I want to thank our students in River Plaza here today. Great job, everybody. But I also want to thank your teachers, your administrators, and everybody here that is with you and teaching you to be great servants of our community each and every day. So let's give them a round of applause too. So on my way over here, don't tell the chief even though he's here, I was looking up who was the president in 1922, and it was Warren G. Harding, and a president that we really don't often think about, right? You know, he's kind of skipped over a little. But he had a very famous quote when it came to education, and that is that every student can be a successful learner. And what we are doing here today is more about our students than anyone else. It's teaching them to be good citizens. It's teaching them to be good individuals for their town, their state, and their country. But it's reminding them that all of us and that this building, for the last 100 years and for the next 100 years, will be a place to learn, to grow, and to be great citizens of our town, our state, and our country. So while this statue will serve the next students that walk into these buildings, that walk in through these halls, it will be that same premise, it will be that promise to deliver a great education for our students, to deliver a great town and a great country that we can all be proud of. So I want to congratulate the PFA, I want to congratulate River Plaza Elementary School on 100 years, and I want to thank our Board of Education, but most importantly our students. You're the leaders of tomorrow. Don't forget that. There's another mayor sitting in here, and believe me, I think that there's a president that'll be known a little bit more than Warren G. Harding sitting in this group. So congratulations, River Plaza, well deserved.
All right, our next speaker, Assemblyman Scharfenberger and Assemblywoman Flynn.
Hi everybody. I just came from Trenton, so if I sound like I'm out of breath, I was like Fred Flintstone on 195 trying to push faster. But anyway, I wouldn't miss this for anything. And you know what? A lot of times we think about history as, you know, George Washington's house, Mount Vernon, Abraham Lincoln's log cabin, but history was made here. We have tens of thousands, if you really added them up over the years, tens of thousands of kids who've come through here. And imagine what some of them, you know, went on to be. Doctors, lawyers, probably athletes, you name it, it came through this school. And the kids, you know, history is a little bit tough for kids, you know. Yesterday was a long time ago, but as they get older, I think they're going to look back and say, that was really special being part of River Plaza in that community. And I'm so glad, and many of you know my background as an archaeologist, so I can appreciate old things. And this building is really something special. So I'm glad it made it through the years, and I think it's good for another 100 years, the way I see it. So.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And this is Vicki Flynn. She's the other assembly person in the district here.
No, and I do value education and everything that the people who founded this school did. They wanted to make sure that you all had a strong foundation upon which you could grow and learn. Like the mayor said, we expect and we know you'll be really solid citizens going forward. So this is just a little something from the state because it's not every day we get to go and see a school be remembered and you know, a beautiful statue like this for 100 years old. That's a long, long time for a school, right? So it's going to be here for another 100 years. You know what else happened 100 years ago? The Lincoln Monument was put up in Washington, D.C. So so we have this beautiful statue, and it should also remind you all as you walk in, the best education you could probably ever get is by picking up a book and reading a little bit about history and whatnot. I know some of us do it on the phone, but hopefully this will remind you that maybe sometimes it's good to just pick up a good book, read it, think about it. It'll help you, put you in a different place for a little bit of time, or you can learn a lot of history, like Mayor Perry learned and me talked about. It's all in the books. We learn from the books, so we hope that you guys will too pick up that book when you go into your school one day, okay? So thanks for having us.
Yep, thank you.
Our next speaker on behalf of Congressman Chris Smith, Jessica Rohr.
So unfortunately, Congressman Smith is in Washington, D.C. for votes today, but he was able to get a flag flown over the Capitol for you guys. So this was actually flown upon the Capitol Dome yesterday morning, so it's pretty cool. So we got it overnighted here, so it made it. So I'm just going to read you the certificate that the House Architect and the Congressman drafted, okay? This is to certify that the accompanying flag was flown over the United States Capitol. At the request of the Honorable Chris Smith, Member of Congress, this flag was flown to commemorate the 100th anniversary of the dedication of the River Plaza Elementary School. Since 1922, River Plaza School has nurtured in its students a love of learning and equipped them for a life of responsible citizenship. The future of the state of New Jersey, the vitality of our communities, and the effectiveness of our American society depends on today's students and tomorrow's leaders. Congressman Smith commends the tireless efforts of the administrators, teachers, staff, and students of River Plaza and extends best wishes for all success in the future. You guys can flag over your flagpole. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So cool, flying over the Capitol. All right. And next, I would like to invite up our River Plaza PFA President, Mrs. Heffernan. You good?
Hopefully I'm loud enough. My children would say I'm loud enough.
We got to fight Hubbard Avenue.
So thank you everyone for being here. I'm truly honored that you all made today, put it on your calendar and showed up for our event today. It's an absolute honor to be the president of River Plaza Elementary School, the PFA, during the Centennial anniversary. About 6 months ago, two dads from River Plaza approached the PFA and they wanted to give us an idea of what they thought would be important to do to celebrate today's anniversary. And they were talking about a bronze statue and just this big presentation. And I said, well, okay, well, this is not a normal purchase for a PFA, especially with 6 months till the deadline. So they hit the ground running, they put it together, they ordered a statue, and I'm happy to say that today's statue that we present to River Plaza Elementary School is completely funded by our community, which just so happens to be the trend with this school. So thank you all for being here. I would like to invite up my husband, he's on the Board of Education, he's also the chair, one of the chairs of our Monument Committee, Barry Heffernan.
Thank you everybody for coming out here. I got to say that it took 6 months to put this whole thing together, and the next time somebody asks me if I want to help put together a monument for a 100-year anniversary, I may pause for a minute and say, let somebody else do that. But anyway, a lot of the people that sponsored this monument aren't even here. We have such a great community. We're doing a plaque to the people that sponsored, and half of them didn't even want their names on it. Like, it's just such a great community. It's not the school that makes this such an amazing place. It's the people that live here. And I'm absolutely just taken back by how many people called me up and said, hey, how can I help out? What can I do? We had people, helping put concrete in the ground, people helping with the grounds, people picking things up, dropping things off, dropping off donuts. It's just an amazing place that we live, and we got to cherish it and keep it amazing. And thank you so much to our elected officials for coming out here. Just can't thank everybody enough. Thank you to my wife, our wonderful principal, Mayor Perry, Assemblyman Jerry Scharfenberger, Assemblywoman Vicki Flynn, our neighbor Maureen Race, who happens to be our surrogate, which is amazing. And oh, and lastly, I got to mention this. Raising money is stressful, right? We came up with $16,000 in a short period of time for this project, which is awesome. But the board president called me up about a week ago and he said to me, you know, how you doing on the fundraising? And I said, you know, it's kind of stressful trying to make it all work. And he said, well, let me know if you're short, because whatever it is, I'll make up the difference. And that's absolutely amazing. So thank you, Mr. Capone. And if you could come up here and read out the announcement for all the sponsors, I'd appreciate it.
Absolutely. Just a few words real quick. Number one, first off, thank you, Mr. Whitman, for everything you do. The staff. I'm sorry?
I forgot to mention how awesome it was that we had a flag delivered by Jessica here from Congressman Christmas. Sorry.
Getting back to Mr. Whitman, thank you.
Sorry,
thank you to the staff. Thank you for everything that everybody does each and every day for these beautiful children every day. To Barry, obviously Sue, great job running this. Mary Ellen, Jess, thank you for everything you do all day long. All the elected officials, we already went through that already. 100 years is definitely historical, but Middletown is definitely a place where history definitely lives. I will say that. So thank you all for coming. Let's get on to the names.
Yes.
And to say thank you to everyone who definitely contributed to it.
Were you reading them or I read them?
I'm reading one, you're reading a couple.
Oh, am I really? Okay.
So here's Frank's gonna announce our gold sponsors today, and Barry will do the blue.
We got our gold sponsors here, Dan and Jill Barber. If I don't pronounce your name correctly, I apologize already. Tom and Jody Cocciolo.
Yep.
Charles and Jessica Daly. Joseph and Jacqueline Hanning. The Heald family. Barry Heffernan and Susan Heffernan. Mike and Amy Juronzik. Stephen Brianne Killing. Chris and Kelly McHugh. Jennifer McGowan. Andrew and Diana Messina. Jameson and Rory Ann Shank. Shore Electrical Contractors. The Tacticos family. And Tri-Bar Services. And now on to blue sponsors, Mr. Heffernan.
Thank you. Well, I'd like to thank Jack and Corey Bevins, Pamela Brightbill, Chris and Jamie Dill, Patrick and Amy Delaney, Mike and Lauren Fisher, Joe and Joanne Fitzgerald, Tricia and Ralph Levy, Gina and Greg Land, Peter and Kristen Battagliano, Paul and Ashley Moe. This is going to be a tough one. John and Catherine
Severacek.
Thank you. Dave and Holly Taka. Gary and Amanda Tulp. Patrick and
Wells.
Yeah.
Benu
Wells. Sorry about that. Yes.
That's good.
That's it.
Our MC back up here to close out, or?
Yeah, absolutely. One more thing that I want to ask. Can I just ask all current and former River Plaza staff members? Can you guys just raise your hand for a quick second? Current and any former River Plaza staff members. Everybody. Okay, yeah. And just a special note, like this, our staff. It like just works tirelessly each and every day, and the reason that the school is a special place, so special, is that partnership that exists. And I especially just want to really thank our staff who are able to join us today, for coming out and for all that you do every day. former, current staff members, everybody. You want everybody who's here?
It'd be cool, yeah.
Yeah, we would love to take a big group picture before we head out. So if everybody could please come up in front of the monument. All right, listen up. Dr. Leonardo, we'd love for you to come up here and address the crowd.
I would have to say 13 of my happiest years were spent as principal here. And it had a lot to do with the marvelous parents who cooperated and helped all the time. We were a marvelous school. A little thought about what happened. After the school was dedicated, it was about this time, we were told, December 9th. The children couldn't start until after Christmas because the furniture hadn't been delivered. There are some other stories that I'll be happy to tell people when I'm around sometime about some things that happened here. But I have to say, this is one of the most marvelous schools I've ever heard of. And when I brag about this any place, they say, this is like a Norman Rockwell school. You have everything, all the generations and all the people. And because I couldn't be here to help you donate to the statue, I will give your principal tomorrow when I'm here $1,000. Thank you all. I love you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Leonardo. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. We'll see you at the 200th year celebration. Everyone have a great night. Thank you.